Hey guys, Pop Scrap here. I'm taking apart a few stuff here tonight just to get through a lot of the scrap I have. Starting to build up a bit too much for me now at the minute, so I just want to take apart a lot of stuff. I have another little magnet here. Got off a toy. As you can see, it sticks. Does the job. It's a great job. I have it on my keys in my car or something like that, because I'm always finding, when I'm driving, I'm always finding skips, and I'm always checking skips, getting bits and pieces out. Like, so these things I get out of the skips and stuff like that. People, this time of year, coming into spring, or in spring, a lot of people are taking stuff out of the houses and things, so I take advantage of that and start taking the stuff out of the skips. Right, so we have a brass letterbox, so try and get this apart somehow. Break this off if can on video. Let's see, how can I get this off? Something happening. We can work this. Let's see. Right. Ah yes, it's spring loaded. So if I pull here, it should come off. Here we go. Some brute force. We'll take it off. So it's steel for the scrap steel. Now at the minute, scrap steel for me is very, very poor. To sell scrap steel now, I have to drive 25 kilometers. So at the minute, the prices are so bad. I'm not collecting really scrap steel. The only scrap steel I do collect is what I get myself from scrap metal for taking things apart, and then I'll do the journey up because it'll cover me diesel. That's basically it. With my car, it's a 1.6 diesel, traveling 25 kilometers with a full trailer of steel. Now it's going to take me, it takes me months to fill this trailer of steel now at the minute, but once it's full, I go up with it and cash it in. I don't go looking for steel now at the minute. The prices are way too bad. So, nice heavy piece of maybe £1.50 of brass. Pretty nice to get. Put that into the brass. Just sorting the bench off now. If you've seen the video there I had up maybe a day ago now, you've seen this bench was packed. So what I really did was just throw it over here to the pile. I haven't even got room now for plugs. That bag is covered completely. So just scrapping away here, trying to get through it all. Flathead screwdriver. I'm going to take this plug off. I was going to keep this socket, but I have loads of them. Just keeping more stuff, that's all I'm doing. So we'll just scrap this plug out, or socket should I say, and get the brass out of it. But yeah, definitely I do house clearance too. Say people deceased, or through the place I collect my scrap. I do a lot of collection of they clear out houses and I get all the stuff. I've one of them coming tomorrow, so it's all radios and lots of wiring as you get the brass and things like that, and you know, stuff. So there's a lot of work to be done. So what I'll do here is I'll Phillips loosen these screws out and we'll go from here. 2, 3. This will loosen the plug now away from the wire. I'll pull this through, hopefully without any trouble. There we go. That's a good back box. I'll keep that. It's a bit burnt there, or it's grease. But we'll keep the back box. Comes in handy. Now, I'll be stripping this wire because good copper in it. Take this apart and see is there anything any good in here. Should be a bit of copper and brass in it. be honest with you, I really haven't got time to be taking little things like this apart. But if you do an hour a night, an hour or two a night, just completely scrapping it off something, you'll get through the dead pile. But my dead pile is starting to pile up big time now at the minute. I think in the next few weeks or a few months I could end up like Ian Matthews. Do you know? I'm starting to build up like that now, I am. Did he take this brass off? This brass off. Brute force. This is essential for scrapping. Now my magnet, let's just test that. That's steel. That goes into scrap steel. Check these screws are they're steel screws. Take the screws out. The rest will go to brass. Come out. There's plenty of brass in this, just to get it out. There you go. Nearly out. There we go. Plastic. Like this now, test this. Yeah, it's all brass. It's all brass, guys. Don't think it mightn't be much, but if you're doing this, as I said, an hour every night and you've plenty of scrap coming into you after a week, guys, it's a lot of stuff. Clear the bench a bit. Now, this wire is my next victim. Because it's such a small bit, I'm going to hand strip it. You know, fancy wire strippers coming out today. That little bit here, it's very time consuming. Put that here, insulating on it, put it into the wire, normal insulated wire. Nice number 1 wire. Now we'll see how this strips. As you can see, I put a few bits on the bench, get through them little bits, and move on to more. It's always little goals you set yourself to do. That's what I find helps me a lot to keep going. Because sometimes I get tired. As I said, I've done a 10-hour shift now at work, on my feet, very busy. And as I told you before, I'm a chef. So I've been very busy on my feet, 10-hour shift done, and I'm going to do an hour or two scrapping tonight. So it's hard work. The missus, she's studying away inside, she's in exams for work, so she doesn't mind. Kids are bed, so spend an hour with her later on before we go to bed, just to chill out when she's done her study. So a nice piece of copper. See what I mean, guys, when you do bits like this, like you're taking apart plug, get the brass, you do a little bit of stripping, maybe 2-3 times a night like this, a couple of wires, all adds up over a week if you're at it every night. And I've moved a lot of stuff again down to my location where I put all my scrap to make room in the house here. As you know, if you're a long time watching me, you know I fill buckets and I move it away from the house. It's easier that way for me. Just keep going that way. Keep filling the buckets. At the end of every week I have buckets full. Now aluminium and things like that, I just have a ton bag and I fill ton bags. Aluminium is so easy got. And stainless steel. Stainless steel sometimes is good to get, but I get the same price per kilo for aluminium and steel, or aluminium and stainless. I get €1 kilo. I did, but I don't mind that, I get a lot of it. So, more copper. Nice shiny copper. Right. We have just kind of a plug. Can I be able to scrap this out now? It's a different type. Can I get down into it? You can. Get a lot of this stuff in houses and stuff like that when I do pickups. Old plugs people hadn't kept for a long time in their attics, and you get a big bucket. See, it's brittle, it's falling to bits, it's that old. I get a big box full of the stuff. Old wires gone yellow with grease over the years. Jesus, nearly got my face here. Oh, did I get this one? I got that one. I get this one. So it's that old, guys. It's not even screwing out me. Time for brute force. I'm gentle on camera, guys. When I'm off camera, I just be smashing things open. So that's all plastic and or bakelite or whatever metal you want to call it. Material. Now, trying to get this out of this brass out. If I can. This brass, this is all stuck to it. Let's see, that's steel or nope, brass. How is it so hard to come out actually? Screws in it. It's nice to see you leave comments too, guys. I know it's the same lads that leaves comments. I'm very happy to see it. Like I've some followers and they're with me a long time, and you know it's nice to see commenting and stuff like that on my videos, and it's nice. It gives you motivation. So some brass here again. Try and get this up. Copper. There you go, copper. This plastic. Oh, this is the pin. It's just the way it's twisted into it. That's all. I should have gloves on me doing this. Tear the hand, yeah. There you go. So 2 little pieces of copper and brass. The rest is rubbish. We'll check the screws actually, because they can be brass. Oh, see that? Yep. The screws are brass. Really let my bit of brass go. I test everything. Absolutely everything I test. Now, what we want to do next is hopefully it'll work. We have a pump. I need to take the brass off it. 2 nice lumps of brass each side. Can you see that? 2 nice lumps of brass each side of this pump. Hopefully it'll come off with a bit of force. So it's always lefty loosey, righty tighty. Now by right I should have a vice for this. I might have to do this off camera for a second to loosen it. To get a bit of G-force into it, because I don't think my table is strong enough. Let's go and look out here, guys, for a second. Now, ow, nice. So you need to always be careful, guys. Bit of blood. Typical scrapper. And I need to weld it on. I need to get the vise out to clamp that into the vise and go at it hard. So I'll do that over here. Nicely cut myself, actually. Let's see what else we can do. I don't know what this is. Can anyone help me with this? Whatever this is. I might have to stop, guys, first. I might have to stop the video of the blood, but we'll keep more soldering on and see how it gets on. It's just a little cut, but you know what it's like with little cuts when you keep scrapping. Right, that's a little steel. Break that off. Should break off. Doesn't even hurt me, it doesn't. It's just a little scrape that bleeds like a pig. So, nice piece of copper. Yeah, it's all copper. Into the copper bucket. So, what else did I take apart here? A lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff. Let's see what this. Probably can't turn this. Probably need into a vise to turn this. Yep, it has gone to a vise. So, I definitely will have to stop, guys, and get a plaster on. But, not nice. Just kept scrapping away, guys. This is my pile, coming down on it again. But it's starting to, I can't, my bag of plugs, I can't even throw the plugs into it now. I have to scoop it up now after this. I have to keep going. Like a nice little piece of copper and brass in here now. Do you know, I have to take brass off stuff and yeah, to sort out all this. And that copper bucket is packed. Well, not packed, but it's heavy enough now. There must be good 15, 16 kilos, I'd say, in it. Easily. The brass has to go. See, what day are we today? We're Tuesday. So the copper will go at the end of the week. I'll try and get as much copper as possible into that. Copper will go, brass will go, motors will go, aluminium will go, wire bag will definitely be gone by the weekend.